So my name is Tim Conway. I'm a neuropsychologist trained in neurorehabilitation, neuroimagery, like fMRI, SPECT training, worked in labs that also did diffusion tensor imaging training, which is measuring brain wiring. I'm also trained in the assessment and the treatment of neurodevelopmental disorders. One of those disorders is dyslexia. That's probably our most prevalent learning difficulty that children have. And dyslexia gets confused a lot by folks not being quite sure exactly what it is because they start to mix symptoms of co-occurring issues along with the actual diagnosis or difficulty itself. So let's just clarify, for those who are actually licensed to diagnose and actually treat or assess and test to diagnose dyslexia, there's no question about what it is. We have a book that's a manual that has explicit criteria. It's called the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, 5th edition. It gives the definition of dyslexia being a learning difficulty, or a more common phrase for it is called a specific learning disorder with, and then they explicitly list the impairments that can co-occur with it. So it can be a specific learning disorder with impairment in reading, also known as dyslexia. There's also a specific learning disorder with impairment in mathematics, also known as dyscalculia or dyscalculia. Also, there can be a specific learning disorder with impairment in written expression, also known as dysgraphia, or affects spelling, punctuation, grammar, writing, composition. So of the different disorders, dyslexia itself just has 3 main criteria. First one is there's going to be some difficulty in the accuracy of your actual reading. That's one of the key criteria, key symptoms. Second one is there's going to be potentially difficulty in the actual speed with which you read, or reading fluency. Third thing is dyslexia could also include difficulty in reading comprehension. It doesn't matter if you have trouble with the accuracy, trouble with fluency, trouble with comprehension. If you have any one of those 3, or 2 of the 3, or if all 3 of the 3, you have the criteria met for the same diagnosis being dyslexia, or a specific learning disorder with impairment in reading. So there's no doubt about what it is. So people who raise these big questions about, we don't know what it is, we don't know how to measure it, typically those are people who actually are not licensed to even diagnose it. So I'm not even sure why they're engaging in this debate and this conversation, because all they're doing is confusing the issue that we know when a child has reading problems, we know how to identify it, we know how to measure it, and most importantly, we know what to do about it to prevent it and early intervene, as well as to remediate it.